The risk-adjusted return is alien. We have never seen anything like this. So regardless of what people say about the volatility, everything else, the risk-adjusted return is like an alien asset. We've never had anything like this, which is why, to me, when I simplify everything down, I just say this is the best macro opportunity of all time. We've got the best risk-adjusted return asset that has the highest performance of any asset in history.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now. In today's video, Raoul Pal gives us his perspective on why Bitcoin is the best asset in 2024 and why he thinks it's the best time to adjust your risk and invest more into Bitcoin. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the video.
The physical property here is actually the physical property of the blockchain itself. The reason this goes up so fast is not because of mania, it's because it's an adoption of a technology, it's Metcalfe's law. So what you're finding is networks, as they gain adoption, price gets a bit crazy. Now, in 20 years' time, will Bitcoin price be as crazy? Highly unlikely, because it gets to maturity and it looks more like a mature asset. So people get confused. What we're doing here is saying, what Bitcoin's price is doing is saying, yes, there's the element of memetics. It has this scarce value. Nothing in the digital world has scarcity. So this is interesting for humanity. It's not proven. It's not had 1,000 years of history. It's interesting. It also has interesting properties in how it can reuse wasted energy or rebalance energy loads. Okay, that's interesting. But also, what is the future expected value of the blockchain itself? Now, we may say today, or we would have said a year ago, well, Bitcoin blockchain is not very useful. But now we've started to see these ordinals and inscriptions, which is using the blockchain for other things. We're seeing other use cases of layer 2s built on Bitcoin. There's more incentivization in a network, the more people that invest in it or join it, to create other use cases, i.e. there's money around. There's money to do stuff with it. So we don't know what the future of the Bitcoin blockchain is. But if enough money is attracted to it, it will create other use cases because it's a network with a lot of people on it. So network value is a weird thing for somebody who doesn't live in the digital world. In the digital world, that's what's created all the value in Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook. It's what's creating the digital, the value in Tesla. It's what the value is in ChatGPT. It's network effects. So we've got this incredible asset, which has these scarce properties that solves a problem that we had in the digital world. It has some physical properties because what we can do with electricity and how it's mined. And then it has the future expected value of the network. That, to me, makes it a very interesting asset. Now, the question is, does it exist in 50 years' time, 100 years' time? I don't know. No, nobody knows. Would humans use gold in 100 years' time? Nobody knows. Just because they used gold yesterday doesn't mean they use gold tomorrow. So everything changes. People have used cowrie shells, they've used stone, they've used all sorts of things as a store of value. Bushels of wheat. That was a very common store of value back in Egyptian times. So take nothing for granted, but observe when new things are happening and we're actually seeing people using these things in different and unique ways, you pay attention. And it's driving a lot of value. That, for me, is enough. Because we're getting two elements here. We're getting the store of value plus the adoption of this technology that's driving it.
The price of Bitcoin fell to as low as $67,000 during Friday, a measure of the largest and most liquid digital assets, fell 6%. Data from CoinGlass shows that over $100 million in long positions have been wiped out over the last 12 hours, while $167 million in longs have been liquidated over the last 24 hours. Other assets like gold and Wall Street's tech-heavy index NASDAQ have also come under pressure this week. Some analysts describe BTC's pullback from record highs as a typical bull breather seen after sharp uptrends. The recent strong USD data has further cooled the expectation of a Fed rate cut, and gold prices have also tumbled. The recent surge in Bitcoin prices has been too fast for the market to price correctly, so the current correction is expected. The historical trading volume of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF has caused some unease in the market, with some stakeholders fearing that Bitcoin's price will surge too much too soon and could experience a flash crash. The price correction indicates the market is adjusting its expectations on Bitcoin, given the uncertainties presented by the halving event as well.
So I believe in the latter, but that is a future. We're not there yet. And I'm an investor at core. My job is really, to also make money out of trends. I'm trying to better my future, as we all are. And so, yes, I believe in the philosophy. That's how I got into it. I saw that this was probably a better answer for many of the issues within the financial system, not for gold per se. Gold is fine. It will continue being gold. I have no issue with that. But it just seemed to me that this was something that was going to solve the philosophical and the real problems of the financial system, the real core of it. Who owns what in an overly indebted society? It's going to really do something there. And so if I can make money out of a solution, well, of course I will. So it's both. But really, how much longer am I on this planet? I'm 56 years old. Maybe I'll live for 50 years if I'm super lucky. What is my job? My job is, yes, if I think this technology is a good thing for humanity, I will help promote it the best I can. But it's also my own life and my family's life. And if I think it has investment properties that outperform other assets, of course I'll invest in it. Even with the volatility, because risk adjusted, even if you take from drawdown adjusted, volatility adjusted, whatever ratio, still the best risk adjusted reward of any asset we've ever seen. Fidelity produced this fabulous chart, which is like, it's a dot plot chart of risk adjusted returns for all of these assets. And there's like gold and NASDAQ looks really quite good and etc. Right? They're all clustered. And there's a blank sheet of paper. And then somewhere up there in the far right is Bitcoin. The risk-adjusted return is alien. We have never seen anything like this. So regardless of what people say about the volatility, everything else, the risk-adjusted return is like an alien asset. We've never had anything like this, which is why, to me, when I simplify everything down, I just say this is the best macro opportunity of all time. We've got the best risk-adjusted return asset that has the highest performance of any asset in history.
Lead analyst at Australian crypto exchange SWEX, Pav Hundal, said that there could be a correction back into the low $60,000 or high $50,000 levels if exchange-traded fund, ETF, volumes continue to decline. A lot of investors are concerned about hot inflation data, and if there's a sustained downdraft in ETF volumes, we'd expect a significant correction. What's concerning is that Bitcoin ETF inflow volumes were down 48% on their 14-day average yesterday, he added. Aggregate spot Bitcoin ETF inflows were just $133 million on March 14, the lowest they have been this month, according to data from Farside Investors. It looks like this is the drop we've been looking for playing out now, wrote crypto trader and analyst Bilyeu of Crypto to his 380,000 followers on X. This recent drop has also wiped out most of the built-up open interest, OI, in derivatives markets. He added before predicting that there was a little further to go and BTC could fall to around $63,000 to $64,000. The release of economic data in the United States this week may have accelerated the declines. Fresh Producer Price Index, PPI, data coming in above expectations fueled projections for prolonged high rates from the Federal Reserve. Meanwhile, hotter-than-expected Consumer Price Index, CPI, data earlier this week is seen to have exacerbated America's economic woes. Stock markets in Asia also retreated on Friday after the U.S. economic data dashed hopes that lower interest rates were coming soon. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.